Hi everybody. Uh, this is a video to show you around our Blackboard classroom a little bit. I know you can see me down in the corner, but that's not the important thing here. I'm just going to show you some things, and hopefully this will ease you into online learning if you haven't done this before, into the technology part anyway. And also, if you have done it before, there are nevertheless a lot of differences in how different people run their classrooms. So this will hopefully give you some idea. All right, as you can see, we are on the announcements page, and I've set it so that hopefully every time you show up at our Blackboard classroom that this is where you will come. I want to point out to you that if you have not taken an online class before, watching this video, Overcoming the Challenges of Online Learning, might be the most important thing you read or watch this semester, because I will tell you that, the video will tell you that, but just in a nutshell, taking an online course requires more, believe it or not less, coordinating by the student than showing up at a regular classroom. And so why that is, and some tips for making sure you don't have that smack you in the face somewhere down the line, are in that video. And I will just jump to the end of it and say, if you find yourself having trouble, please get a hold of me as fast as you can. The semester goes by very fast. You don't want to get behind, and if you are having trouble, just know you are not the only person to ever have trouble. There's just a lot more stuff that people have to do, and if they're not aware of it and prepared to make it happen, they sometimes find that it gets the better of them. So I put the video together to hopefully give you a heads up, and if you need me, please don't wait too long to get a hold of me. All right, so just scrolling on down, you will see that there's my welcome message that you already got in the mail. And then there are 3 videos here. These are all really important videos in their own right, and they're very interesting videos, but they're optional. They're 3 videos that I think that are a great introduction to the subject, but they're not really homework. They're just, I think, really important points. Okay, so where is this elusive syllabus? You can see the link menu on the left. That one says syllabus. Here is the syllabus. You just click on it, and it will offer to download it for you. I'm not going to download it because it's already on my computer. You will note this little note that says, I reserve the right to revise the syllabus. Sometimes that happens because the semester doesn't go exactly as planned, or we get all off on some topic and it's just like so interesting to the students that I decide to do a little more of it or go deeper, and I'll knock something else out of the syllabus, or I'll change due dates or whatever. I mean, you never know what the reason is, or sometimes we just find mistakes. I am proofreading this big old syllabus all by myself, and as you know, the worst person to proofread is the person who wrote, and so you guys are my village, and you will find mistakes, and sometimes they are big enough that I actually have to revise the syllabus. Okay, so that's just the reality. You will note down here that it says last revision was August 29th, 2006, and that is so wrong. See, first mistake. I'm going to fix it right here in front of you. See this little green thing up here in the right-hand corner? I can do this. I can edit it, and you can't. All right, so that was the last revision for last semester. I mean, last fall, but all right, so now we know. Today was the last version. And if you have pulled down the syllabus, you have the most recent version. I did actually change up the project. I'll be very interested in your feedback this semester about the project. I've run about 5 different kinds of projects since I started teaching this class, which I think was about in 2009 or 2010. I've run this class many times, and in the classroom and also online. I really liked my very first project best, but it was only worked when we were in a face-to-face classroom. So I keep trying things, and I'm hoping that you guys will like this one. I think it's got a lot of meat in it in terms of having an opportunity to apply a lot of the things that we will be talking about in class. So please give me your feedback at the end of the semester. Course content. this is where all your readings and forms and instructions for stuff are will be found. Readings are right here. I don't think in this class I put them in alphabetical order. I think I actually put them in the order that you need them. Don't ask me why, but sometimes readings disappear. If that happens, try Googling it, because the likelihood is I found it one of two places, in the library or online. So, but do let me know if you find something that that you're supposed to be reading and you don't see it, so that I can go back and put it back there. But in the meantime, if you were ready to read it, I'm pretty sure you can find almost everything in our library or in the online. Okay, track stuff. Now, what is a track? You may or may not have noticed yet that I offer a business and a community track in this class. I do that because my students come from all over campus and they're just interested in this. We have some business students, we have some public administration students, sometimes we have theater students, design students, I don't know, we have students from all over the place. So I have, in some cases, not all the time, I have given you a business reading and a community reading, and you only need to pick one of those. You can decide that you are going to read all community readings this semester or all business readings, or you can actually read whatever you want. If something sounds more interesting and it happens to be business, but you usually read community, I don't care. The subject matter of those readings are the same. They just are talked about in either a local government context or a business context. So take your pick and knock your socks off. But then there's stuff that everybody has to read or watch, and everybody should do that. That's probably self-explanatory, but just in case. Okay, final project materials and readings. What do we got here? Again, this is all new. If somebody finds something that's confusing, let me know, because I just wrote it all up yesterday. Here are the instructions, okay? I'm going to save going over those until we get to them. I think we're going to start the project about week 5. But here are a bunch of readings, and you will need them later. You may also find other readings that are helpful. And actually, if you do, I hadn't thought of this, but if you let me know, if you email them to me or the link, I will add them to the course content so everybody else can share them. Okay, so we have book reviews, and let me point out really quickly that there are 2 sections of this class that are that I've put both of you into. Okay, I don't want to download that. Sorry. I've put 2 sections worth of class into one Blackboard because we're all taking the same class. But some of you are grad students and some of you are undergrad students. The school, this is a heavy-duty class for undergrads, but nevertheless, the school requires me to have graduate students do something extra. So the extra thing that you guys will be doing is picking a book. I'll show you where that list is later. Picking a book. First come, first serve. There's a list of books. They all have a link to the Amazon descriptions and everything. And you don't have to buy them from Amazon. You can get them at the library, or you can get them from some other place besides Amazon. But just pick your book and you'll do a book review. The book review instructions, as you can see, are right here. And those of you who are not grad students, you have to read the book reviews after they've been written and participate. There's actually many more points associated with reading those book reviews than a regular weekly discussion, and the reason for that is I need to see that you actually read them all. It's awesome because you guys are going to summarize books, and the rest of us are going to get the whole book in like a 5-minute reading. Isn't that cool? I think so. All right, let's move on to the discussion board. There's a lot of stuff going on the discussion board. It will all, whatever you need these things for, it will all be explained when the time comes, and one at a time, and it's on your syllabus, so you don't really have to worry about it too much. All right, so here's the welcome board. That is the very first thing. You can see how to insert a photo into a text box. Believe it or not, you guys, there's data that shows that when people attach a photo or a document or a video and they don't actually embed it in the thing that people are reading, that people are in such a hurry or so lazy or I don't know what, or don't want to leave the website, that they will just leave it there. There's some huge percentage that will not click on your photo and look at it if you just attach it as an attachment. So it's important to me that you insert it into the text box. And then you will see here, this is me, my introduction. My computer is slow. Believe it or not, I just moved. I live in Phoenix, by the way. I just moved and I don't have internet yet. So I'm using my phone as a hotspot. I've got unlimited data. So if it wasn't that I can't talk on the phone and use the computer at the same time and that it is sometimes very slow, whoops, it's nighttime here. My computer is telling me time to go to bed. All right, there we go. Then I would probably just keep that way. But the point is, let's see, this pulled up very slowly last time. Okay, so this is about me. This is me in Italy. That's me with my daughters and my dog and my daughter's dog. There's new dogs since then. This is Simon. You will read all about me. That's my granddaughter. She's a lot older now, but anyway, that's her first smile, etc. and so forth. And so when you get to the welcome board, please do what I did, and that is create your own thread. See right here, create your thread, all right? And then when you click on that, I'll just do it. I'm not going to create another thread, but you get this thing. You get to title it with your name, and write your information in here. It's really easy to put a picture. You just insert this little icon. It's the picture icon. But the instructions, if you feel like you're having trouble, as I showed you before, are their own thread. All right, let's see. How do I cancel and get out of here? Okay, so that's the welcome board. Oop, somehow we're back at course content. Let's get back to the discussion board. Don't know how I did that. Okay, here are our weekly discussions. All right, they are all not in order, and I don't know why that is. And in fact, I'm not totally done setting them up because I'll show you what I did. Instead of just having a place for discussion, I literally transferred the part of the syllabus that's for this week into the discussion board. And that is because, as you can see here, you've got like here, so each of these boxes, I put them like boxes so you can check them off that you did them. But you've got 3 things to do this week. So I want to make sure that you have all that in front of you so you don't forget anything. Aren't I nice? I think I am. Sorry. Anyway, what you want to do here is not create your own thread. You just want to hit reply to my thread. It would be nice if you would change this to your own name and then write up your answers to whatever questions I've asked you for. Okay. All right. So there you go. All right. So this is the discussion board. You'll get the hang of it really fast. All right, let's see here. Let's get out of there. What else is on here? Oh yeah, for all you graduate students, here is the list of books. And each of these short links is a link that will take you to the Amazon. Let's see, we'll just click this one, see what happens. Beyond Energy, Water, Food, Nexus, Strategies for 21st Century Growth. So you can read all about it. You can decide if it's something that you are interested in, and then make up your mind. All right, so it's first come, first serve, only 1 person per book. And what you need to do here is click on here. Told you it was slow, and I apologize for this. But anyway, okay, these are last year's. Let's get rid of them. This is what I mean by I'm probably going to have to get rid of them one at a time. Oh, they're hidden. You won't even see them. Never mind. When you open this up, you won't see it at all. And if you do, let me know and I will actually get rid of them one at a time. But those are the books that I had people do last year. So anyway, but when you get there, you won't see anything. So what you will do is you will create a thread and you will pick whichever one of those books you decided on. And you will just name the book and then say, I'm doing it. And it won't say Sandra Price. It will say your name. All right. I'm sure it won't be so confusing. Let's see what it would look like if this was off, if my edit mode was off. I should do that anyway so that it looks more like, okay. Oh, you can see them. All right. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm going to delete them all, but I won't do it right now. I'll just delete this one right now. They won't be there when you get back. It will look like that. All right, with nothing there. And you'll just do what I said, which is pick the one you want, create a thread, put the name of the book and your name down there. Okay, so let's go right back and see what the last things are on the discussion board and get out of this discussion board. It's taking a lot of time. Okay, last thing, this thing called hallway conversations. All right, you guys, so this is the thing. If you have a question, so does a lot of other people in the class. And unlike a classroom, a face-to-face classroom, where if you ask me a question, everybody hears your question and everybody hears the answer and nobody asks it again, what happens in an online class is you shoot me an email and the other person shoots me an email and somebody else shoots me an email and you're all asking the same question. So the way that we can get around that is I've got this thing called hallway conversations. I didn't name it that, actually. One of my colleagues, Professor Barang Farui, uses that expression, and I just picked it up. His idea is that people stand around talking about class in the hallway with their teacher or with each other after class. So that's why he calls it that. But at any rate, if you have a question about the work or the syllabus or anything at all, you can come in here and create a thread again. Not sure what the homework is for week 3. Confused about it. And then you can go in and you can literally write in here, you said blah, blah, blah. Does that mean you want X or does that mean you want Y? Okay, so here's the thing. If somebody else comes along before me and knows the answer, then you can answer for each other. Otherwise, I try to get here once every 24 hours. I don't always succeed. If something is going on in my life that's crazy, I might not. But generally, I'll be back in 24 hours. Now, speaking of which, let's just talk about what happens if you have some kind of a technical emergency. Do not call me. UMKC has a 24/7 chat and a 24/7 phone line. Honestly, to be quite frank with you, if you can make arrangements to make that connection between the hours of 8 and 5, you will get somebody on the UMKC campus. If you have to do it outside the hours of 8 and 5, you will run into somebody that may or may not have 100% of the knowledge, but I've been told they are able to solve about 80% of the problems, and the other 20 they have to refer back to campus. But at any rate, I am not a tech expert. I am a subject matter expert, and my subject isn't tech. So if you actually have a technical problem or your computer isn't doing something you think it should when you try to go into our classroom, or the classroom isn't working for you in some way and you haven't noticed that I sent you a letter letting you know that everybody's having that problem, then you just need to call the tech people and they will walk you through it, and they are very nice and they are very good. And just be patient because they will solve your problem. All right, one more, maybe no more things on the Blackboard. I think there are no more things on the Blackboard. Okay, so let's go to the Dropbox. The Dropbox is where you turn extra stuff in. I have not gone through here and cleaned it up from last semester or last year, but you will see that there's some extra credit stuff going on in here, and this thing will go away. Yeah, I got to turn on the edit mode to make that go away because your final track portfolio projects are actually going up on the Blackboard instead of into the Dropbox, so that everybody can see your final projects. All right, so, but anything that says to turn it into the Dropbox, this is where. Okay, tools. There's a bunch of tools in here. The most important tool probably will be the email tool. And of course, they didn't put it under E for email. They put it under S for send email. I think that's a fatal flaw because who's going to remember that? But anyway, if you look through here and you need to send an email to say 3 people in your class, you can do that. It says select users. You come here, there you all are, just like that. See how that works? Okay, we're going to cancel it because Angela's not expecting an email from us. Okay, now down here, you probably don't really need these, but if you happen to be in here and you want to pull up part of the syllabus calendar really fast, it's right there. Okay, so here's week 1, August 21st through 25th, and this is the exact same thing on your syllabus. It's also the exact same thing in the discussion board, but if you don't happen to be in the discussion board, okay, so let's go down to week 3 and week 4 because I put them all under one tab. And the reason I did that, this used to be 1 week's worth of work, but honestly, this is a lot of work I have asked you to do. And so I have given you 2 weeks to do this particular set of stuff. And believe it or not, the thing that is hard, or that's going to take time and may or may not be hard, but it will take some work, is that I have asked you to pick any kind of simple product that you use on a regular basis. It could be a hairbrush. It could be a sandwich bag. It could be paper towels. It could be gasoline for your car. It could be doggy poop bags. I mean, you know, anything at all that you use frequently, and you're going to try to figure out its sourcing and how sustainable it is. So here are the questions. What are the raw materials used to make this item? Where do those raw materials come from, and how are they gathered or extracted, etc.? Believe it or not, all this information is available with some super duper Googling. Or you could call the librarian at UMKC, and they could also help you find information through the library. But I can tell you that one year we looked at, our project was to figure out a more environmentally sustainable way to make tires. And one of the things they had to figure out was how are they making tires now, right? So it took a little while, but I was probably within an hour or an hour and a half able to Google every little thing about how you make a tire and where the materials, the rubber and the other materials that go into it, and what the manufacturing process was, and how much water it used, and how much pollution it emitted, and all that kind of stuff. So believe me, it's there, but because it's going to take you a while to find all that stuff, I made this a 2-week project. Okay, so I think that was nice of me. I keep saying that. I'm trying to be nice to you guys. Okay, so then what else is over here? This, you can take this to your grade book. These are all the UMKC policies that you might need to know and where to call. This is a link to the library. I love the library. I have no idea what the NetTutor is, but hey, check it out. This says Panopto Video. I don't use it. This thing right here, Itty Bitty Library, that is where I put all kinds of stuff that you're not required to read, but if you're interested in something or you are trying to research something, you may very well decide you want to, let's put it up here where you can find it. Yeah, there you go. You might decide you want to check out the resources there. And if you find something that you think is good and you want to share, here's the book wiki. Let's take a look at it. I don't know if people are did their books in the book wiki last semester, or if I put it in the discussion board, but let's take a look. I'm kind of thinking we haven't used this book wiki for a while, but maybe we will use it because you can come and see other things that other people have written. There aren't that many books in here, so I'm thinking it's been a while. But I think that this will give you an idea of what I'm looking for. So maybe we'll go back to the book wiki. All right. So anyway, all right. I think that is pretty much the, how do I get out of the book wiki? Here we go. I think that's pretty much our class. And if anybody has any questions, please don't hesitate to call me. Not call me, but to email me. And speaking of calling me, my personal phone number is on the syllabus. People think I am crazy, but long distance students who are working online sometimes work at 3 in the morning and sometimes work at, noon. And so I know that when you're working is when you need help. Now, I am not available 24/7, but if you need something right now and it really does feel pressing, like you can't take the risk that it will be 24 hours or you're having some problem, you may judiciously and with great thought, and you're sure this is that important, you may text me. Please don't call me. If you want to talk to me personally, that's okay. I will set up either a phone conversation or a video conference with you, but text me or email me and we will make an appointment to do that. So I am open to text messages if necessary. I am probably not as open to random phone calls. All right, so okay, I think that's it. I'm looking for the place where it says help. I'm not sure if it's on this page or not, but somewhere it says help. You'll look around till you find it. Maybe it's down here. It's here somewhere. They should make it easier than this to find. Oh my goodness. Well, I just used it the other day, so I know that it's here. I will find it and here it is, all right in the middle of the page. Here's the IT help desk. Here's the chat link. Here's their email address. Here's where you go if you want to meet somebody in person. And here's just other stuff. Okay? All right. That's it. Welcome to the class, and I will see you first on the welcome board, and we jump right in. So please do take a read. You don't have any books to buy. I've supplied everything, so you are free to get started, and I am very excited. I love this class. It's pretty interesting, and every year I learn from you guys and from everything that's happened since the last year, because this is like a happening topic, right? And so please feel free to bring anything you see that's interesting to class and share it. Show and tell is great. And I will see you on the board. Bye-bye.